Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine and I'm back here to review Celebrity Big Brother USA Season 1. So let's just get down to it. Part of me believes that there is more than likely a 12th house guest. Something about the way that Julie addressed the last 6 house guests that walked into the house. I don't exactly remember the words that she said, but it gave me this impression that there's somebody else joining the house. And then online someone showed the picture wall where there was one particular little square that was just by itself. And you know, when it comes to Big Brother, expect the unexpected. So whomever it is, I'm sure it's going to be a doozy. And rumor has it that if there is a 12th house guest, it's either going to be Tiffany New York Pollard or Frankie Grande, or it could be somebody even wilder than both of those two. But let's just get down to this review really quickly. So the first house guests, or the first 5 house guests, are Mark McGrath, lead singer of Sugar Ray. He said he's super competitive. Brandi Glanville, a former Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. She is a hustler. Former LA Laker, Meta World Peace, aka Ron Artest. He is just ready to win. Former Miss Columbia 2015, Ariadna Gutierrez. She wants to win as well. And then number 5 out of the first 5 was Ross Matthews, who was better known as Ross the Intern from the Jay Leno show. And now he is a celebrity interviewer, and he is a self-proclaimed Big Brother superfan, which is awesome. I'm glad there are so many superfans in this season. So that first 5 was the first 5 to walk into the house. My only critique about Celebrity Big Brother as far as the first half of the episode was that I wish it had the pomp and circumstances that the other Celebrity Big Brother shows had, where they had to walk down this long catwalk and everybody was screaming and stuff. But it's the first year, and I'm sure they're going to get all the kinks out, and they're probably going to up the ante for season 2. Hopefully there is a season 2. Mark reveals off the bat, as soon as they get in the house, that he is a big fan of the Lakers and he loves Meta World Peace. The house looks gorgeous, and inside of the little room where in regular Big Brother the house guests usually go in there to plot, there's a bar. So already this show has upped the ante from regular US Big Brother in that there is a bar, so people are going to be drinking. And I did watch part of the live feeds at the wee hours in the morning, and Brandi was drunk as Cootie Brown. That's an old saying that I believe my grandmother and my mother used to say when I was a kid, meaning she was like pissy drunk. And she was just calling out people and saying stuff, and she pissed off a lot of people. And pretty much Brandi was the first person to take a drink from the bar, so we already know she's going to be a mess. Now, for the second group that walked into the house, that included Shannon Elizabeth, who is famous for her roles in American Pie and 13 Ghosts and Scary Movie. She moved to Cape Town, South Africa, because she has some sort of charity and they're trying to stop all the poaching that's going on. She is a super fan, so she already upped the ante from Ross, and she is, or was at one point, well, you know, sometimes when you stop doing things, you're still things. She's a poker player, so already she's out the gate, and she is definitely, in my opinion, gonna do well. Then there's Chuck Liddell, a former UFC champ. He's a tough guy. He wants to play hard. He equates Big Brother to a UFC fight. Now I know Chuck Liddell because he was like really big when I was in high school, and I got a magazine called Revolver where he was on the cover of it with, I forgot the name of the rock star that was on there with him. Anyway, I like Chuck Liddell so far. I have no horse in this race, but I do like him. Then there's Keshia Knight Pulliam, aka Rudy Huxtable from The Cosby Show. She's an entrepreneur. She owns her own spice line. She likes cooking. The spice line is called Keshia's Kitchen. and she wants to be the house cook. So by doing that, she has solidified herself, or she will solidify herself in the house for a very long time. House guest number 5 is Marissa Jaret Winokur from Broadway's Hairspray. She is a director. Her son is a super fan of the show, and as soon as he found out that she was competing in Celebrity Big Brother, he burst into tears. It was so cute. I'm so happy for her and for her son. And her strategy is a social game strategy, which is a good strategy. James Maslow used to sing in this group called Big Time Rush because my little cousin, who's now like a teenager, when she was younger, she was one of those kids into Big Time Rush. She loved them. He right now is acting, but I guess you could call him more of a social media star, and his strategy is just to win. And the final, penultimate cast member so far from Celebrity Big Brother is Omarosa. She's a reality TV legend. She was in the first season of The Apprentice. She said the one thing that she learned from The Apprentice and from working in the White House is that you have to know how to watch your back and your front. She is yet another Big Brother super fan, which is a big surprise to me, although it should not be a big surprise. And she calls herself, or wants to be, the queen of the Big Brother house. And she looks really cute in her dress. And on a side note, in regards to Omarosa, a couple of years back, I believe around 2003, 2004, she was on VH1 and she was interviewed with her first, I believe it was her first husband. And they talked about her persona on Celebrity Apprentice and how she was portrayed. And I remember she sat down and she said, you know, when I was on that show, I was not what they portrayed me as on the show. I just went with it. I'm paraphrasing what she said. I just kind of made it my brand. So the fact that we're seeing a different, so quote-unquote, side of Omarosa, where she's kind of toned it down right now, is a big step. And it's also, I guess, part of the real Omarosa, because a lot of times these reality TV stars have a certain brand they live up to where they are a bit extra. I just wanted to say that and clear that up. Now, as soon as Omarosa walks into the house, Ross is already shocked. He said, and I'm assuming he said this to Big Brother, that he didn't want Omarosa in the house. And I'm like, well, as a super fan, you should already know, after watching all these seasons, that you don't let Big Brother know who you don't like or who you don't want in the house. Because I know that if I decided to audition for Big Brother, they would put somebody I didn't like say Austin, Frankie Grande. I mean, I could go down the whole list. They'd put somebody in there I didn't like. But then again, you have to also realize she was probably already cast by the time he said that, but still, I would be kind of iffy about the things I said to Big Brother. Now, Omarosa appears to have a good sense of humor so far. I don't have a horse in this race as far as this game goes yet. I probably won't have one, but Omarosa seems to have a good sense of humor so far. Mark McGrath is fangirling over Chuck Liddell. It's so cute, so cute. So everyone meets up. Omarosa reveals to us that she needs to control her competitive nature to build trust. And Shannon Elizabeth ends up being roommates with Omarosa. We learn that Shannon and Marissa are close. And that bond, in Marissa's eyes, will help her game. Then we see the house do their little toast. Omarosa is just like, game on. She talks about backstabbing people or people backstabbing her. And again, she's equating her experience in the White House to what her experience in Big Brother will be, or what she has seen in previous years. And she is right about that. And I do believe there were other house guests as they were sipping that champagne, thinking about what their next move was going to be. So Brandy immediately, as far as the show is concerned, does not like James Maslow. She throws shade when he starts talking about singing, and she's just like, dude, I get it, you're a singer, but Mark McGrath, lead singer of Sugar Ray, he sang before, and I was a big fan of Sugar Ray. I still love that group. And Brandy clearly does not like James Maslow. James, in my opinion, I have no real opinion about him. It's just the way that he was portrayed in that episode was kind of meh. Even though Brandy is a mess, and she was a mess on The Apprentice as well. So I'm not surprised that she is acting out. I'm not surprised at all. James reveals that he wants to nominate Brandy if he becomes HOH. So we already know it's James versus Brandy so far. And I assume that this all happened before, well, obviously it did, before Brandy started blowing up people's spot last night. So Omarosa wants to start a girls' alliance. She talks about how every time there's a girls' alliance, something happens and not all the girls are on board. So she wants to solidify this. Hopefully this alliance lasts long, because you know how it is in Big Brother. These things don't last very long. So Shannon tells Omarosa that she and Marissa are close friends. And I'm kind of like, you know, you kind of should have kept that to yourself a bit, because that information can be used against you later on. But Shannon, again, is down with this women's alliance, and she says that if one of the women wins HOH, they have to put up a guy. And Brandy starts talking about what they need is a hoe code, and I'm just like, here goes Brandy acting foolish. Like, how many drinks has Brandy had so far? I mean, she's right, they do need a code for the women, but still. How many drinks has Brandy had since they walked into the house? So they get down to the first HOH competition, and before it starts, Julie awards Omarosa with some sort of sexy as something award, but it basically keeps her safe for the entire week. The HOH competition itself is called award squeezing, where the other 10 house guests have to hold on to this thing that's like a giant Oscar without the base. And everything is hunky-dory until Julie says that they need to have a musical number or something. And here comes Paul. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, here's Paul. And then Rachel. I'm like, oh, there's Rachel. And then there's Jody. And then there is Jody, you know, those two from season 19 of Big Brother. And then there is Jesse. And I'm like, Jesse and his muscles are back. Woo! Chuck Liddell's reaction was everything, though, because I agreed with him. That was too funny. He was just like, I don't want to hear this. Can we get on with this competition? So pretty much everybody fell down in this order. Marissa, Meta World Peace, Mark, Ross, Chuck, Ariadna, Keshia, Brandy, and James. So Julie reveals to the house guests that they're all getting this like golden gift bag or some type of thing, and in one of those bags contains something called a recast, where you can lose your HOH to somebody else. You could basically recast the HOH, and that is just like a big eye opener to the house guests. And I'm just like, here goes Big Brother truly putting a new meaning to expect the unexpected, because I feel so sorry for Shannon, but I should have known Big Brother was going to do something to really shake up the game. So all in all, Big Brother celebrity version USA is okay so far, and I will be reviewing tonight's episode, which is episode 2. You all take care, and I'll see you again when I review episode 2. So I love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.